By the end of this video, you will learn 5 simple but powerful beginner strategies that will help you win more pickleball games and frustrate your friends without needing to master every trick shot in the book. These are the kinds of tips that seem basic but make a huge difference, especially when you're just starting out and want to play smarter, not harder. Let's dive in and break these down in a way that actually makes sense and is easy to apply on the court. One of the biggest game changers when you're starting out is understanding how important it is to be at the kitchen line. If you hang back in the middle of the court, you're giving away control without even realizing it. Think of the kitchen line like premium real estate. It's where you want to live. When you're at the kitchen line, you've got the chance to take balls out of the air, catch opponents off guard, and put away easy shots. But when you're stuck behind the line, your opponent has the upper hand. Your shots become more defensive, you're always reacting, and you're rarely in a position to end the rally. A good rule of thumb is return and run. As soon as you return your opponent's serve, don't just admire your shot. Run straight to the kitchen line. Get up there and claim your space. If you stay back, you'll often find yourself scrambling or constantly reacting to low balls. When your opponents are already at the kitchen line and you're not, your chances of turning the rally in your favor are slim. The only way to neutralize that is by hitting soft, controlled shots and gradually moving in. So instead of driving the ball every time, which beginners often do, try dropping it gently and working your way up. Think soft shot, step forward. Soft shot, step forward. Once you're at the line, you can actually start applying pressure. And if you like variety, consider the drive-drop combo. Drive your third shot, then drop the next 1 or 2 to transition in. That combo helps you stay unpredictable while still advancing your position. Now let's talk about teamwork and court awareness. When you and your partner are at the kitchen line, you want to move together as a unit. This is where the concept of shading comes in. Shading simply means adjusting your position based on where the ball is. If you or your partner dinks the ball cross-court to the left, you both should take a small step in that direction and angle your paddle toward where the ball is headed. Why? Because it keeps you better aligned for what's coming next. Most beginners just hit the ball and stand there watching it, leaving a huge gap open on the court. This slight movement, combined with angling your paddle, helps you cover more space efficiently. It improves your reaction time and makes you much harder to beat in a hands battle. If you've ever felt like you just couldn't get to the ball in time, this could be your fix. And here's a bonus tip. Start using a little trick called paddle tracking. This means always pointing your paddle tip toward the ball, even when it's on your opponent's side. It keeps you alert and ready to react to unexpected angles, especially in fast-paced rallies. If the ball is on the left side, your paddle should be pointed that way, not just floating out in front. Paddle tracking can make a big difference in how prepared you feel on the court. Let's say you're in a rally and your opponents aren't lined up. One of them is hugging the kitchen line while the other is still back near the baseline. Who should you hit to? Always aim for the player who's further back. This might sound obvious, but it's easy to forget in the heat of a rally. Hitting to the player who's at the back of the court gives you a major advantage because it's harder for them to return balls low and controlled. When they're back, you have more space to attack at their feet or create awkward bounces. On the flip side, if you aim at the person up at the net, they've got more angles, better positioning, and the ability to pressure you with fast hands. Plus, you might end up feeding their strength and initiating a hands battle you weren't ready for. So be smart. If someone's back, they're vulnerable. Keep the ball on them until they move in or give you a better opportunity to strike. This one small change in your targeting strategy can flip the rally in your favor more often than not. When in doubt, aim for the middle. There's an old saying in pickleball, down the middle solves the riddle. And it couldn't be more accurate, especially for newer players. If you're not quite confident with your angles yet, or you're not sure where your opponents are weakest, the middle of the court is your best friend. For starters, the net is lower in the middle, which means your margin for error is wider. You're less likely to clip the net, and your shots are more likely to go in. But beyond the physical advantage, there's a big psychological one too. Hitting down the middle can cause hesitation between your opponents. Neither of them is sure who should take the shot. That moment of confusion, that's where you can win points. It also makes things easier for you and your partner. If you both agree to aim your dinks to the middle, you'll start to anticipate each other's moves better, which means smoother teamwork and quicker reaction times. So don't try to be flashy, just keep things simple and consistent, especially when dinking. Middle, middle, middle. Let's finish with a mindset shift that could instantly level up your game. Pickleball isn't a highlight reel sport. It's a game of patience, consistency, and making fewer mistakes than your opponents. So instead of trying to end every point with a winner, focus on making them hit one more ball. That's it. One more, and then one more. After that, when you play with this mentality, your game becomes about consistency, not risk. And in pickleball, consistency wins. A good trick to build this habit is to set a rule with your partner. For example, let's not even think about speeding up the ball until we've hit at least 10 dinks in the rally. You'll be surprised how few rallies even reach that number. Most end before 10 because your opponents will get impatient and make a mistake. So let them take the risk. You just keep the ball in play and force them to prove they can rally longer than you. It's a subtle mindset change, but it can make a massive difference in how many points you win, especially in close games. So there you have it. 5 beginner-friendly strategies that can instantly improve your pickleball game. Prioritize getting to the kitchen line and use smart footwork to get there. Learn how to shade and track the ball with your paddle for better positioning. Always hit to the player who's out of position, especially if they're back behind the baseline. Keep your dinks down the middle to stay safe and cause confusion. And most importantly, remember that pickleball is a game of endurance and patience, not risky hero shots. If you stick to these principles and play with discipline, your game is going to improve fast. Not only will you win more matches, but you'll also find yourself feeling more in control and less overwhelmed during rallies. See you on the court!